but you have this new mix to these people. There's a little extra new little spice. And this woman is an example of that. The worldview, the conspiracies they've constructed, it really is impressive. I think you're going to enjoy this clip from this woman.
Can I ask you one general question about today? When do you think America lost her honor?
A very long time ago, but just like me, I was sleeping. My life kept rolling on and I wasn't paying attention. And I didn't pay attention until 2 years ago. And now I think all of us are awake. I think we are truly a divided country. I think that both parties are corrupt. And I think we need to really, all of us, each of us have a responsibility to ourselves, our children, and this country's future to pay attention.
What woke you up?
Reverend Wright, you can't make me or convince me that you can go to church with someone for 20 years and not share the same ideology. You can't convince me of that.
So you think Obama is a Christian?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Do you? No, I do not believe he is a Christian at all. I think that he has bowed down to the Muslim faith. I think he was raised as a child Muslim. And you know what? If he is Muslim, just be honest about it. I date a Muslim.
Wait, I thought, but why do you think he went to? Then why do you have a problem with him going to Reverend Wright's church?
Have you listened to some of Reverend Wright's words?
But you don't think he's actually listening because he's a Muslim.
Oh, come on.
I'm
I understand what you're saying, okay? He wanted people to believe that he was a Christian because he's going into the election year, okay? So he knew his future was politics. He was well set up from the day he went to college coming out, okay? So he had to put on that front. His past is clearly Muslim. How else could he have recited the beginning of the Islamic prayers? Christians don't memorize those things. You know what I'm saying?
Well, to be fair, I know some Christians who know some Jewish prayers.
I will agree with you there. Okay, that is true. That is true.
So now if this is where I want to have Glenn Beck's chalkboard, right? Because we have to work this out. How can you go to church with someone for 20 years and not share their ideology?
Sam, she told you.
So she's a Christian.
She told you he was under deep cover ever since he was...
But she started with the premise that if you go in there for 20 years...
You have to share the ideology.
You're sharing the ideology. She says that.
Well,
but then she says, but in fact he doesn't share the ideology because he's a secret Muslim.
Well, so is Jeremiah Wright then, obviously.
So Jeremiah Wright is a secret Muslim who was planted there 25 or 35 years ago because the secret Muslim society knew that Obama, when he graduated from Harvard, would have to go to a Christian church, but didn't want him to go to a real Christian church led by a real Christian pastor. So what they did
would be too easy.
They inserted a secret Muslim into the leadership of the church so that Obama could go and sit there for 20 years, listen to the secret Muslim acting as a Christian, both absorb the Muslim ideology under the guise of absorbing a Christian ideology, and then, of course, obviously, that's what woke her up.
You know how clever they are? Glenn Beck accused Obama of following liberation theology, and of course, liberation theology is Christian, not Muslim. So even their own leader is in on it. You know, they're playing a deeper game than you or I can understand.
Right. If you take the words liberation theology, and you were to say them on a record, and you were to play the record backwards, it would actually say Obama's a secret Muslim, and he's actually, the whole liberation theology is really just about Muslim.
In the voice of Ozzy Osbourne.
Exactly. Or isn't it? It's Paul McCartney.